Food and Fuels radio show. Alright, wisdom. Hello, everyone. I'm back. I hope you are well right now and what we are up to and learning from each other and being the best we can be as well. But right now, I feel that, since Australia is heading into a recession at the moment, and because of the high demand of cost of living, it's getting harder and harder for everyone, It's not just that, it's the government is just taxing, with GST, goods and services tax as well, when John Howard decided to bring in the GST. But yet he said there'd be no GST at the time, yet he lied, the little lying little bastard he is. You know that. But I know that, like right now, with the economic and social issues going on in Australia, and finding that, for me in general, that we have to decide on, who is right at the end of the day as well. And so that's what I think too. We've got to see that our economy needs to be treated with a lot of, respect in the economy these days, because the trouble is, it's getting to the point for a hard-working middle-class Australian citizen, after they get paid all their wages and pay all their taxes, pretty much left with, I don't know, peanuts after as well. And I think too that we have to see where this is all going to go in the future as well, and know that, because of high inflation, higher taxes as well, it means, basically essentially means, well, the more you work, the more the government takes out of your paycheck. And the high increase of healthcare costs as well, like health insurance in this country is rip-off too. Like, I don't know how people can afford it, have a health insurance fund, but you know, I was saying on that, I did a podcast last night. I just woke up, by the way. I just did my morning meditation. It's about 8:09 a.m. on Australia Day 2023, and they wanted to get all political about Australia Day as well, and that does get very hard on people. You know that. But for me, it's all about knowing for a change and what changes we need. You know, and I think that the way we see the economy now is is a learning experience. And we've got to think that, we have to spend our money as well. Because unfortunately, our world does revolve around money, and you need money to eat and live. But the trouble is when they keep putting the cost of living up, and you're getting your basic wages, and you're on a minimum wage, or you're a small business owner, and you're struggling because of the economic crisis and a recession in this island nation. Like I said before, how the hell did we come to a point in this Western world that we have poverty, homelessness, a rental crisis in this country? Yeah, that's what I want to know, and that's what I have a question for the Prime Minister of Australia, Albo, and all his false promises that he has made, and why he can get away with that. Someone tell me as well. Because I've noticed too, like food prices have gone up so much as well. Music, it's not just that; it's retail products have gone up too. You know, and I think now, as this does become a learning experience for me, life. I think at the end of the day that we can't take things for granted anymore as well. We've got to find that because of this recession problem now in the global economy, that there has to be a way to, you know, move on from this, I guess. And I mean, whatever desires, whatever beliefs you have in, your true path and your true self and your destiny. Money is, we need money. But yet, when trouble comes, and stirring up trouble with inflation and putting your bills up to the point where, you can't, you're basically starving yourself, is not good. No one deserves to live like that in this country, ever. And I'm being serious with everyone. No one deserves to fight for a roof over their head and decide that it has to be a struggle just to have rental accommodation as well. Because accommodation now is just ridiculous because the landlord just keeps on putting up their rent all the time in this session in the Australian economy. Again, this goes back to my issues of the 2008 global financial crisis. Yeah, it did hit Australia, but I think too that we've got to see that at the end of the day, that we have to fight for our truth, fight for our freedom of speech, fight for our you know our rights as well as Republicans and Liberal voters in Australia. You know that. And I think that we've got to see the truth in world politics and the economy right now. And I think too we've got to see that you know that there's so much lies out there right now in the media as well. And that's what I think's going on as well. Is there is a lot of problems to in the stock market. I think people do stock market investing. I do a bit of investing. It's just a hobby for me, little hobby. But there are people out there that they put all their eggs in one basket in stocks, right? I know during 2008 global financial crisis, Warren Buffett, uh, you know, made a huge profit out of the stock market in the US. But I think too, real estate for landlords out there who don't have a tenant, they're losing a lot of money because if there's no tenant renting out the property, then how can they make a profit out of you? Is what the issues going on right now in Australia. At the day, it is quite sad that this has happened for an island nation. All right, the weather right now is 20.4 degrees Celsius, feels like 24.3 degrees Celsius, minimum of 17 degrees Celsius, top of 34 degrees Celsius. The max today is 0 to 1 millimeter of rain, possible shower and a storm. Calm, 0 kilometers an hour wind, 0 kilometers an hour gust, 100% humidity, rain since 9 a.m. yesterday. Rain, 75% high chance of no rain, 50% medium chance of no rain, 25% low chance of at least 1 millimetre of rain. Sydney, Australia today, partly cloudy, patchy fog early this morning, slight 30% chance of a shower, most likely during this afternoon and evening. Chance of a thunderstorm during this afternoon and evening, possibly severe with damaging winds, heavy falls, and large hail in the outer west. Light winds becoming east to northeasterly, 15 to 20 kilometres an hour in the early afternoon, then turning south to southeasterly in the evening. Sun, moon, and UV index today. Sunrise today was 6:12 a.m. Sunset today is 8:08 p.m. Waxing crescent moon phase. First quarter is the 29th of January is the next moon phase. 11 extreme max UV index. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Sun protection is recommended. Tomorrow, sunny with showers predicted. A low of 19 degrees Celsius. A top of 27 degrees Celsius. Saturday, sunny, partly cloudy, a low of 19 degrees Celsius, top of 34 degrees Celsius. Sunday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 21 degrees Celsius and a top of 33 degrees Celsius. Sunday, sunny with showers predicted, a low of 21 degrees Celsius, top of 33 degrees Celsius. Monday, sunny with showers predicted, low of 20 degrees Celsius, top of 27 degrees Celsius. Tuesday, sunny with showers predicted, low of 18 degrees Celsius, top of 29 degrees Celsius. Wednesday, sunny with showers, low of 19 degrees Celsius and a top of 27 degrees Celsius. So it's like Al Gore keeps saying that, climate change is happening. And then we think, well, where is the 100% proof of climate change going on right now? Don't forget, this is your hard-earned taxpayers' money funding these issues in the world right now. I mean, who knows? Why does it get to the point where we have to go and listen to Al Gore on climate change, talking about all this global warming, how the Earth is going to melt, our Antarctica is melting every year, and then people believe it at the end. Biggest scam out there, and he's making a huge business out of climate change. Like I said before, I was someone who believed in climate change. I used to go to TED Talk, but then they all of a sudden they just kept preaching left-wing politics, going on about gender equality, LGBTQ rights, and climate change, and then I'm thinking, I don't want to listen to this shit. I don't understand how TED Talks became all political correctness. And so as I'm getting older and wiser and maturing in the world, I do think that we have to get the answers at times, because global warming, it's all man-made at the moment. So despite a recession and an economic crisis that is happening now in 2023, I think, knowing that the increase of cost of living has been difficult for middle class and hard-working Australians out there, I think people need to be told the truth in what is going on in the political system as well. And I think that we have to stop spending taxpayers' money on stupid things at the same time. Because I do know for a fact that your hard-earned taxpayers' money is funding these issues as well, like climate change, solar farm. I think the more that, if we can arm our defense force, it would be much better than spending it on overseas. Julia Gillard dead, same problem. Labor politician, spending your hard-earned taxpayers' money that you've had to work for, and you feel like you're being robbed at the end of a paycheck. And the health insurance companies are robbing you and sending you broke. Don't forget, they are not a credit card, and it seems to me, when you go and try and make a claim with your health insurance, HCF or whatever it is, It's like they just don't care. So hopefully Medicare does stay. We do need Medicare in Australia because it's people who can't afford private health insurance. It does help a lot, Medicare, and we need to have Medicare. We need to have more pharmacies that give the subsidy for people on a pension to afford medication and antibiotics as well. And so that's how it is for me. That's how I'm starting to see things now. You know, I think the more we can wake up to ourselves and realize that, something is just not right in this world, it's so much more better when we can get to the truth of the economy. And I always love shopping and going out to coffee shops and bars and clubs in order to, support, the economy and keep the economy moving at the end of the day. Because it definitely is a crisis in this country as well. So yeah, this year we are moving into the El Nino season of weather. We had a La Nina for the last 2 years. We had La Nina. It's crazy. Always raining all the time. Never stopped raining. You know, but I think too now we've got to know what our desires have to be in this world. It's Australia Day today, and I've heard of some councils taking down the Australian flag because the council says, oh, it promotes racism. Well, that's bullshit. It's the Australian flag, you know, and it seems to me they want to take away your freedom of speech and your rights to your freedom of speech and freedom of thinking, and knowing that, yeah, this is how it is in the world at the end of the day. You know that? And so that's what I believe in, to have your freedom of speech and your freedom views and your thinking is what's going on. It's like all these uh, technology companies, apparently they like to copy each other a lot. You know that. And for me, it's like how I've been speaking a lot about the cancel culture problem in the entertainment music industry. And I know for a fact that this is a, a an issue going on, and it's quite sad that this is happening to hardworking content creators who want to give it all and give it their best. You know that. And so I think for me, we've got to look at it like this with different strategies in how we approach this problem. Because there's so many problems in the world now. There is a lot of problems out there that we basically need to find the answers of what's going on. And I think the more we seek the truth, and the more we find that what our true path is, the better it does become as well. But it's all about enjoying your life as well, finding things that you like doing, and knowing that there is a crisis still today, mental health crisis, a lot of misinformation out there with COVID-19, so much conspiracy theories out there. The idea of a vaccine passport to basically control people like they already did in the pandemic. And when I went to the government dentist this year, I got asked for my vaccine certificate, and I'm thinking, well, the health ministers are whinging that we've got to live with COVID-19, and yet they want a vaccine certificate. Well, what's going on? Someone tell me. Does someone have the answer to this problem as well? And I think too that COVID, will be around forever, quite possibly. But what I've been very not happy about is the control that this has done in people's lives and my life as well. And it's been very personal as well. And it's not good that how issues like this, they want to control the economy and control your life with COVID-19. And never did I ever think that we were ever going to, basically have a recession in the world with our world leaders. So who knows how this will play out in the future? Uh, for me, it's always about a day at a time, taking that one day at a time as well. You know that. And having one day at a time shows that, you want to basically pursue your dreams and your happiness on where you want to go. And so that's what I'm seeing now in the world. Life is always changing. Things are changing as well. But I think more we can adapt to the economy now, and unfortunately sometimes we have to cut back on luxury items is what is happening. And this is why I love being here in wisdom and speaking up for the truth and the right to freedom of speech as well. So that's what I believe in. But I am always happy to show up here and learn from my mistakes as well. And just be myself, because life is all about being your brand. Just because of a recession in Australia doesn't stop me from going after what I want to do, because I can do it. I will and I must. So it's all about finding your life's purpose and your journey to know that you have the will for success in this world. Ah, all right, guys, I'll leave it there for today on the Stephen Shields radio show. It's always wonderful to be here and share my ideas with you. Please like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Turn on your notifications. New podcasts are available every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. Bye for now.